Hey, good morning, Rory. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Excellent.
Last night I was like, so I've been thinking about something for a couple days now, about whether I could do something or not. And I think yesterday I was like, it's possible. And I'm always excited when I kind of get into that state. And so we're going to do that thing today that I think a lot of people, if you described what we were going to do, would be like, yeah, you can't do that. That doesn't work. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you what we're going to
Do the
do.
impossible.
We're going to we're going to do the impossible. Before we do that, we're going to go in and do a look at a pull request from Legendary Moo. He submitted one yesterday. I reviewed it last night. It looks good. And he's just cleaning up some of the code that we wrote a couple shows ago. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take visual effects and wrap them around a live person like me. So the visual effect goes this way and then wraps around behind me and then comes out the other side. That's what we're going to do today. I think we're going to, I think we're not going to get any problems. The only downside to this whole, plan is that I did not get as much sleep as I should have. I'm currently under-equipped in the mental capacity department. Legendary Moo says, doing the impossible describes what we do every day on this stream. Well, thank you for that, Legendary Moo. Yeah, everybody bets against us every day. There's no way they're going to do that. And today we're going to do something it's pretty outrageous, but we're going to do it. Let's look at that pull request from Legendary Moo right now, since we're here and and Legendary Moo's out there as well. We'll take a look at that. Here's today's source code. I checked in a little bit, but beyond what is here, this is the pull request from here. Basically, we've got some cleanup code where we had older code where if you recall, Rory, I was saying, okay, let's now get the number before the letter M. Now let's get the number before the letter S. Now let's get the number before the letter H because we were parsing everything. And people pointed out, well, you know what, you could use this, what is it? It's right in here, I think.
Some people said regular expressions. Other people suggested par's exact time, I think, or something similar.
Yeah.
Variation suggested.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the get time frames. It looks like, here it is right here. Parse exact. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, so that's what we were, it was suggested we do parse exact, but I was like, I don't want to do it because I essentially got to write this code right here. I just was not liking, having to go out and do that. Guess who wrote this code for us? And so,
the Legendary Moo.
The Legendary Moo. So that's essentially the essence of the change right there. So I'm going to go in. I reviewed all this yesterday. It was a little challenging to review because GitHub's change. Wait, where it is? Here it is, right here. Basically, they're saying every line is changed because of the white spacing. Apparently, I don't know if there's a way in GitHub to by the way, Legendary Moo, how is Rory's audio, by the way? He's sounding a little quiet to me. And I am, I think maybe I got to crank him up a little bit. Let's do that.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
So, the audio me.
At any rate, yeah, he was quiet. Okay, let's crank that up a little bit more. I just want to make sure other things aren't too loud. That's the problem. Needs to be louder. How about now? Royce, give us another tip.
Testing once more for the benefit of the floor.
How's that, Legendary Moo? A little more. Now I'm getting scared. Because when we're up this loud, then... hold on a second. Wait, hold on. I can do something else, though. I don't want to get this. I'm going to do this instead. Give me another audio bit, Roy.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. More voice from me.
There you go. Good job, Rory. You're such a pro. All right, we're going to go do that. I'm worried that our sound effects might be loud in the other pieces. So this is like getting this balance right is crazy, and it's like sometimes the audio. What is going on there? Like, how is that? How is that?
Was that too loud? Was that okay?
Yeah.
What do we think?
You can actually check it there, Roy. You might want to go in and do that test one more time.
Dude, check out the chat room.
That was okay on my end. All right, cool.
That's not too bad, yeah.
I wanted to bring up the volume mixer to see what was going on here, if Skype was low or anything along those lines. Skype is a little low. Let's crank you up. And OBS is low. I wonder how this affects the stream. That's the thing that's really interesting to me. I'm not sure what that is doing. Okay, sorry about that. Little technical issue there we wanted to solve. At any rate, those are the changes right there. So we're good with that. I'm approved. Good to go. There's the merge. Okay, let me get that latest. Hooray, I'm helping!
Just so you're aware, Mark, I found that little setting you were after.
Which
At least I
setting?
think.
What setting are we talking
The one
about?
that ignores white space changes.
Oh,
At the top of that file, that exact view that you were on, there's a little cog drop down. So if you go files changed, I think was the where I followed it. There you go. So down a little bit.
settings? No?
No. Down just a little further. So there you go. Right. There you go. Drop that down, and you can hide whitespace changes and apply and reload. At which point,
Nice.
it's a little easier.
It's a lot easier. Because his changes were at the bottom of the file. I went through the whole thing going like, thinking, okay.
That applying the quality checks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Every once in a while I do the wrong thing, and I just force myself through it.
That's not the wrong thing. That's just a less efficient version of the right thing.
Okay. That's what Roy's
Still
here
right.
for, by the way, kids. Always making us look good. Yeah, so thanks for the help on that. Let's see what we got here. Commit changes immediately. Already up to date. Did we get it? Did we get the change? I'm a bit confused about this. Let's go look at, see what we've got here. That was in Mr. Announcer Bot. See if those changes are there. I didn't see anything go down, but I think I did it twice, so.
I'm now seeing pull requests 0, so I presume the merge has happened.
It has happened. There it is right there. Okay, good. Excellent. Thanks to Moo. I was going to put a comment there, but we are running live, so I can't do that, even though I could reload it while I was running. Interesting. Okay, guess that makes sense. Visual Studio's trying to help me. All right, so what are we going to do today? Let's look at the whiteboard.
Excellent.
So I was on the whiteboard this morning while a repair guy was fixing the air conditioning in my office. And I was like, well, okay, what's it going to look like? I want to call these wind-ups. So the idea is before I strike or cast a spell or strike with a weapon, I'm going to pick up the weapon. The character is going to have the weapon, or the spell is going to start being casting.
Yep.
It's going to start casting, and then we're going to roll the dice. And when the results are done, then one of two things will happen. Either we'll have an animation that shows the miss, like whoops, oh, whatever, or a swoosh and nothing hits hit, or the weapon will release, spin towards the player's screen, and then like the axe will stick in, shunk, and then maybe blood splatter, depending on how gross we want to get, or the spell will cast and come out. Right?
Yep.
So that's kind of what we're talking about. But the wind-up is the part that happens just before. And so this bit right here is kind of what it looks like. And so the way we're going to build this is we're going to have an animation that is in two parts. A part that takes place in front of the player and a part that takes place behind the player. And we're going to map them, sandwich them on top of each other. To push the illusion right to the edge, we are going to, the animation is going to be built essentially in 3D space, but rendered in 2D space. So it's going to look like it's really spinning around me. That's what it's going to look like. So that's what it's going to look like. So windup is going to have, hold on, let's get up here. It's basically, we've got a command called add windup and clear windup. I just added these this morning, just before the show started. Because, Signal R in the show, I hate having to shut down Mr. Announcer Bot, stuff like that. By the way, let's see if this morning, see if I can get music going now. No, I cannot. I think my Stream Deck needs a, let's see, there's the drone works. I bet I can type it in and do it. Yeah, there you go. My Stream Deck needs some configuration, I think. So we've got two pieces here: add windup and clear windup. Clear windup's going to take the name of the windup to get rid of, so it's going to remove the animation. Add windup's going to add it to it's going to take care of it. It's going to build that sprite effects on both the top and bottom layer, and it's going to handle an optional array of them. So we'll have effects. This will probably be effect name. This will be the name of the windup or the ID. It'll have a scale, an expiration, hue, saturation, brightness, sound file name, rotation, and height. That's what we're going to send over.
Okay.
Guess who forgot to add the windup DTO? It was me. I did this part right here, windup.ts. I added this as well. I did not add the windup DTO. I think we're just going to send text.
Yep.
Oh, harder. Unless I shut it down, but I kind of don't want to do that. All right. Let's see what we do. We got really dramatic music going here.
Am I right in thinking that the wind-up is named for the baseball term, where you're effectively drawing your arm back in order to pitch the ball?
Yeah, it's an English term, I guess. Maybe that means, we're getting ready to do something. It means it's derived from that, baseball, but it also has broader application. So, is there a pitch? Yeah, the pitch, there's not a pitch DTO, but the pitch is essentially the player saying, I'm going to use my longsword attack. So the idea is it's going to go like, let me initialize the player data here. The idea is the player is going to say, like, lady is going to say, I want to use my warhammer double-handed, like that. Or maybe Ava is going to say, I want to use my greatsword +1, like that. And let me do one thing here. I want to see what's going on with Stream Deck. Why can't it send those over? Taking a look at my accounts on here. Well,
Is in the house.
nice.
Welcome, Will.
I don't know if you know this about Will or not, but he doesn't do hospitals because doctors insist on defibrillators when he's coding. He's not dead, Jim. He's not dead, Jim. All right, well, for some reason, let's try one more time. I want to see if I can, I'm just trying to adjust my, no, my Stream Deck is not sending out to the chat room. Okay, I'm going to be slightly incapacitated then. Okay. We'll have to solve that later. All right, so she'll do like greatsword. And let's do this. Since I don't have my volume up and down buttons, I'm going to do a volume down command like this. There we go. All right. Let's open up a recent project, my weapons test. So the weapons test is here. And the weapons test is going to basically come in. Now, the weapons test isn't going to do, it's going to look like this. So this is what a wind-up would look like on a two-handed sword, like that. And just kind of bounce. And it would probably be lower than that. So it's going to be like the hands are out of frame. But that's kind of what that would look like. Now, we can also add, if it's a magical sword, you can add a magical effect to it as well. So it's going to look like,
nice.
That's what we're looking at there. But that's not what we're doing today. But that's one of the wind-ups. We're also going to do two-layer wind-ups. Let's go, let me bring that up. Here it is right here. Here's a 2-layer windup. See what I mean?
Yeah, very nice.
It's pretty cool. And with around a live, and the way that's built is I got this front loop. Let me turn that off. And I'll just show you the back loop for a while. There's the back loop.
Yeah.
See it? Built in 3D space, right? Here's the front loop, only the front loop. Michael Jolly says, I'm a little disappointed that we had to revert to the old dry erase board for notes. How do we not have amazing effects for each idea on that board? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's the front. All right, so that's it. I've got a bunch of these that I created and generated last night. That's why I didn't get much sleep, because I was doing.
You're in the zone.
I was so in the zone. I was creating so many things. Let me show you
Yeah.
let me give you some samples of what's out here. Let's see here. The pig is clearly Mark's D&D game face. Yeah, isn't that funny? Here we go. This is for the show, and we're in player effects, spells. So I don't have the weapons generated yet, but I have all of these for spells. And so here's, for example, fairy. And fairy is like, whatever. It's like, okay, here it doesn't look so good. It's kind of like whatever. But let me show it to you here on the preview. And I just got to turn that on in both the front loop and the in the back loop. Hold on a second. Fairy is there. Turn that on, and in the back spell, we'll turn that on as well. So no ghost on, just the fairy effect. And now there's fairy right there. See it? It's kind of cool. Now, we can also hue shift these, right? We can hue shift. We can
Naturally enough.
we can scale them, right? So I could make them kind of move. We can make them move because they're sprites. We could assign gravity to them, right? We could put a gravity up above and have them shoot up like that, for example, when they leave. So there's lots of things that we can do. We can also combine two of these at once. For example, let's do fairy and we'll do plasmatics at the same time, and I'll show you those two together. Here they are, right here. See that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that live over me. So we'll see if we can get that working. That's our goal. So I've got the spells out here. I've got some back and fronts, pieces like this. We need to send some data over. I think what I'll do is, first thing I'll do is I'm just going to hard code these, and then we'll figure out the data and the DTO later. That's what we'll do. So let's go into connection.ts. And over here, actually, before I modify connection TS, let's go into, thanks so much, Rory. I thought that was going to be Will who closed that up.
I was just checking that you weren't going to need it for the next piece. I was thinking, ooh, if I hide this.
By the way, Jetsam, you're on my list for getting a fanfare soon. I've got it in my head. Has not been created. All right. I want to go into the pages right up here. And I need to modify two things. The dragon front overlay. I need this thing to... I need this thing to grab windups.js. Right there. And I also need, that's a dragon front overlay. I need the dragon back again. No, sorry. The dragon, what is it? It's
dragon
index.
Dragon front overlay and dragon back overlay.
Index is the back overlay. Pretty
Okay.
sure about that. Let me double check that. That's the thing we kind of started with. Is that right? Or is that, let's see here. Scroll overlay, let's look what the properties are. Yeah, it's just index. Okay, so index is where we need the other one. Oops. Okay, so there's windup. So we've got that in two places. I want to make sure I did not forget that. So windup's in two different places. We don't have anything in there yet. Now I want to go in to connection.cs, TS rather, sorry. And I want to add the two pieces we need here. So we're going to have add wind up, I think is what I called it. Be nice if I remembered these, wouldn't it, Rory?
That sounds very like what you had on the whiteboard.
And this is going to be the wind up data. Like that. And then the other one we want is clear wind up. And this is going to be the wind up name. Now,
Does that presume that the wind-up data will contain the wind-up name?
yeah, it will. It's going to do that. Let's. There's add wind up right there, and then this one is going to be clear wind up. That okay. So now we've got those two pieces there. We don't have anything that calls it on the other side. I think we're going to have to, like I said, it's going to make things a little bit harder. I want to. Can I do this? I think I can do this. Hold on a second. I'm weighing what can I do with edit and continue. Let's come out here. .commie's with us. Jonathan Delfrazi's with us. Oh, good stuff last couple days. Thank you so much, Jonathan Delfraze. Is it Delfrazi? Delfrace? I think I like... I'm going to go with Delfrace, maybe Delfrazi. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go like like that to make it look like I don't know what it is, which I don't. Sleep is overrated, so was Will Bennett. Yeah, I thought about that. I tried that for a while and ended up not doing well. Pushing myself really hard to try to solve that problem. There are all kinds of problems with regarding to sleep that sleep solves, not only refreshing and cleaning the brain, but also it has you in a rested position, so your body's not under so much gravitational stress in one direction. So you're just changing things up a bit. It's a hard problem to solve. Okay, so I need to trigger something here. Let's go look at the designer. Here's the tab control. Tab the players. We're inside. Here's what we want to do right here. Is this right? Time management. Not quite there yet. There we are. So I want to add a new tab item. Is that what I want to do? No, I don't. You know what? I'm not going to do this. I'll do this later. Instead, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say we need to look at like I think it's initialized player data is what this is called. That's probably it. All right, that's where we come in and we start creating things. What I want to do here, initialize attack shortcuts. I want to modify these. I want to set a breakpoint here and let's start modifying this and see what we can do. Okay, so with that, let's trigger the breakpoint. Boom. Player action shortcut. We'll add a new string here. And this is going to be the wind up name, I think is what I'm going to call this. Like that.
Okay.
All right. So I've got wind up name there. Then let's go look at Ava. No, wait. Let's look at me because I'm a magician. And we're going to add right here. We're going to do it on Chaos Bolt. We're going to say wind up name equals, and we're just, I don't care what we're going to say here. We're just going to say, we'll say test one for complete lack of a better. Then, let's see where else we have action shortcuts here. All over. I'm looking for it in add shortcut buttons. Build shortcut button, player action shortcut. Do we store this in the button? We store the tag in it. I see. Okay. So our click is here. there's how we get the action shortcut. So now, here's the deal. If action shortcut dot wind up name is not, let's just do is null or white space. If it's not null or white space, then I want to call the Hubtastic base station and send it add windup. And I'm just going to send the windup name for now. Like that is what I'm going to do. All right, let's set a breakpoint here and run it. And now let's see if we can trigger that by switching to me and clicking Chaos Bolt. And we got it. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to run. So now we're sending some data down. It's not the data I wanted to send. I had aspirations of greatness. I had a DTO in mind, but I don't want to shut down the Mr. Announcerbot and everything else right now. I'm going to try to minimize how many times I shut down Mr. Announcerbot. That's what I wanted to send. All right, so let's work our way down through this. So in connection, add windup is here. And I think what I want to do is do this. We have to add the windup to both layers. Is what we have to do. So we're going to need this. And I think we have this other thing called drag and back game. Like that. And like that. And let's go look at these two. These two should both descend from... It extends game plus quiz, but it should really extend to dragon game. Is that right or no? Well, here's the thing. They're going to have radically different implementations of it. It's not like there's really... Is there? Wait, is there? No, they will. Copper Beauty says, all whiteboards. I find my whiteboard so great for just visualizing what I'm thinking quickly. Yeah, it's not bad. Because it's the feedback loop is so instant, right? You draw and you immediately see it. Snow Groomer is following us. Snow Groomer, thanks so much. Glad to have you with us. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to say dragon game is what I'm going to do. But now, where do I put it is the question. I think I'm going to put it in windups.ts is what I think I'm going to do. And so, hold on, let me undo that just a second. Dragon game is going to extend games plus quiz. I don't really know why I'm extending the quiz. I don't really use the quiz much, but okay, so there's dragon game there.
Gives us a level of stability. Presumably there is some reason why Dragon Back Game currently extends game plus quiz, and we don't want to break that in the efforts to get our new functionality, whilst at the same time we are organizing better.
Yeah. What's going on here? Must contain a super call.
Yep.
Oh, I need all of this. Like that. Okay. So there's my dragon game. I'm going to put that in windup. .ts, and I think I'm in a good place for that. I think it's okay. Windups.ts. So put that there. There's our dragon game. So anything that we need in common between the two, we can do, which hopefully we can maybe do a lot of code that's in common between the two. There's dragon back game. We need dragon front game as well to do the same. All right, I'm clearly farther away from the top of the file than I thought I was. There it is. Okay. Okay. So now I think I might be able to simplify this a bit more. So I don't know how inheritance and overrides work in JavaScript. If I've overridden it in a descendant, will it be called? In other words, if I do... I'm sure it'll be called here if I implement a behavior, but what if I do this and I implement an override in
Yeah.
the other? Will it be called? We'll have to find out.
So the question is, when you cast it to an ancestor class, does JavaScript call the ancestor version, or does it call the actual version on the object?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it does the actual version. That's what I want it to do, but I'm not sure.
I presume that the instance has been modified to have the new method on it, and thus, no matter how you disguise it, that you're going to be calling the version that actually does exist.
Well, you mean the descendant?
But it is a presumption.
The descendant.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. All right. Well, let's declare it. Let's see what happens. So add windup, and then let's declare clear windup as well. Okay, we've got both of these. Let's answer that question right now.
Prove it by experimental execution.
Yeah, I think it's going to work. Because why would you do it the wrong way? Do you know what I mean, Rory? That's what I ask all the time. Of course it'll be that way. Why would
Yeah.
anybody do it the wrong way?
Just don't ask about dates and times in JavaScript, okay?
Fine. Although I do like that, I really like JSON serialization. Okay, so I'm there. I want to also go to Dragon like front game, and I want to create an override in this. No, let's call super. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that. That's in our Dragon front game. I think all we need to do is refresh. Dragon front overlay. That's our Dragon front game. Let's see if SignalR is working and all of that. Okay, there we go. So now if I click here and then now click here, we should see a console log message. There you go. Guess what? Guess who did it the right way? The guys who build JavaScript did it right. Okay, good. Feeling good about that. Okay. Now let's add some sprites and some drawing and stuff like that. Let's see. Dragon front game, I think, has got an override of render, I think, or something like that. Isn't that? Let's refresh our memory on how are we actually rendering stuff out here. Let me tap the control key and hit number 4 just for things in this file. Nothing in the file there. What do I have? Update. Update screen. Nice. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this to Dragon game as well, like that.
Okay.
So that can be now. We can super out to that, and we're going to do that from both these places. Is that right? Wait. Yeah, I think it's going to work.
That
Super.
one's already calling a super update. 2 lines lower.
Oh, sweet. Perfect. Okay, cool. We're good on that. Okay. That means the other one is too. We've just now hooked into screen updating. Sweet. Okay, that's exactly what we want to do. Would be strange if it doesn't. That's the whole point of inheritance, says Will Bennett. Yeah, I know. It's so funny. While I was testing it, and above that, yeah, I'm reading backwards here through time. He says, same as other languages, the method called will be the instance type you have. Yeah, as I was testing it, I was thinking, oh, how boring is this test going to be when it, but I was like, let's keep doing it, just.
Success is never boring.
Partially, I motivated myself to do it because I was really not, I was like, yeah, it's really highly likely to do it right. I was motivating myself to do that because I thought, well, it's kind of a learning show. So we're going to do that. Do I like Erlang? I don't know Erlang non-trivial 778. Let's go look that up. See what's going on with Erlang here. I've heard people talk about it, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. I've heard about, talked about, but never really used it myself.
Massively scalable, soft, real-time systems with requirements on high availability. Telecoms, banking. Got it. Okay. I know nothing about it. Non-trivial 778. Okay. So we get rid of that, add windup. Let's see if I can do this. Old language from 1986. Funny. All right, hold on a second. I want to do a CodeRushed issue right here.
Yeah, I missed that language. I started in 1987.
And tab to next reference. Not working for add windup. Like that. And I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to send this... and I'm not going to adjust the time. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, devs, take a look at this. I'm here at windup.ts. I've got add windup here. I've also got it over in connection as well. Right here, I'm calling it from here. And if I'm over here and I hit the tab key, I don't go anywhere to it. If I'm over here, let's see what happens. Hit the tab key, nothing is happening there. It's like it doesn't, CodeRushed is not understanding that this is a dragon game right here. It's probably why it's not finding it. If I
think this is because it's the instance of. So if you go back to the other file,
yeah,
I think it's because active front game is, you do a test, is it an instance of, and in this language that implies that code within the block, it now is of that type.
I reported this already.
But outside of that,
devs came back with, this is a very hard problem to solve and it has high risk, as I recall. So, all right, devs, so if it's the same one, I think it is. If we come in and we say something like this dot that, and then we say, yeah, you're right, Rory, we call add windup like this, then tab to next reference is going to work or no? Got to need a let. All right, and then now will it work? No, still not working. Drill into, finds it. Tab to next reference does not find it.
Just
F2 finds all of them. Yeah, F2 finds it. Guys, if F2 can find them, let's see if we can rename from over here. F2, tab, tab, tab. Oh, F2 from here does not. Oh, it does. It does, just tab doesn't work. All right, guys, we got some work to do. I want it fixed. That's it. All right. Okay, that's the end of that issue. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Add windup. Let's go in here. Now let's actually start doing something here. We need to do that in the Dragon Front game, and then let's start opening up, bringing up some of those sprites and loading them in here. So let's grab, we'll find Charmed, and we're going to say, this is going to be, I like that ghost one we did. Oh, wait. There's also the smoke one is pretty cool too. We'll just spell ghost as we saw that and we showed that at the beginning. So we're gonna say spell ghost is that. And it's the front, but I don't think I need to necessarily specify that it's the front. Let's duplicate this. And we're going out to, I think, spells. Now, player effects, spells. Spells, and then I think it's ghost. And then I've got ghost back and ghost front. Ghost, comma, ghost, front. All right. Cool Beard Sir says cloaked. Great name. Great moniker there for Twitch. I love it, cloaked. All right. I think every single one of these has exactly the same number. So what I did when I built these, yeah, you never know. Every once in a while, Mark Miller will put a lot of thought into something. So what I did is this thing goes around in exactly a one full loop in exactly 2 seconds. Right there. So it goes,
Okay.
and it starts over, always starts on the right over here, and it ends always over on the right as well. If there's a begin and end to it, kind of thing.
Yeah. So the two things with a cycle like that
Yeah.
can follow each other in tune, which is what you see happening with the two effects there.
Right. So every single one of these is going to have 60 frames at 30 frames a second. Okay. So that's element piece 1. That's in common among all of these. They're all running at 30 frames a second. The animation style is a loop. The name over here, we're going to call this Ghost, like that. The origin. This is a little tricky. I'm going to say the origin is right in the middle. Now,
Yeah, it's got to be the point around which the thing is orbiting.
yeah, I'm going to say the origin is right there, which I need to get a different tool up so it can tell me what it is. 439, 232. Okay. 439, 232. These are always going to be the same. So there's some elements about this that are common among all of these.
All mines exhibiting similar behavior.
Yeah. And so what I want to do instead of this is I want to say this is equal to super dot load spell ghost. So I'm at least take care of that, right? And then all of this is going to go in there.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Now, will these all be considered spells? Is that also a common fact?
Well, all
Or
of
at least to
the
be found in the spell's location, as it were.
well spells are all going to be yeah. The answer is essentially yes to this. Is what the answer is. Hold on a second. The Dragon game's also going to have the other wind-up category are weapons, and weapons are slightly different.
Okay. But they'll have their own similar set of common facts about them.
Yeah. So the weapon has a load sequence at the beginning, which looks like this. So it's got a
Okay.
slight animation, then it gets to here, which is
Kind
like
of unsheath initially.
yeah, at about 1 second in. So it's 1 second to get to here, and then it has a loop that lasts 2 seconds. And so it's a total of 3 seconds animation for a weapon, and that's the difference. And so we're going to have another function called load weapon. We'll do that at some point in time.
Cool.
Okay, we want a big fat let here. Let's type sprites, and then we want to do a return on that, and then we're going to say sprites like that, or maybe spell better, spell name like that, and then we're going to come in here, getting ready for your move, Rory.
Say again?
Getting ready for your move.
My move? I'm good.
No, are you getting
I'm good.
ready for your move out of your office?
Oh, sorry. See, I thought you meant move as in to leave the office. Well, yes. Everything is settled now. Everyone else has gone home for the night, but there's a surprising lack of tech in the room. There's me, my computer, my internet connection, and everything else has been boxed. It's kind of weird.
You are so awesome, Rory. Like,
Oh, I didn't do any of it.
Yeah, but
I made sure other people did that.
but to do this, to be able to continue to stay there instead of continuing with the move, I love it.
I love the way that you can describe my ability to sit in one place as a talent of sorts.
Hey, I'm doing what you do. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
see. Layered position, I think I want to say.
You're also going to change line 9 spell.name equals ghost to spell name, I think. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah,
So similar to what you've just done, but
Thanks.
in a different location.
you bet. Boom and boom.
I love these kinds of methods because they take something that was slightly boilerplate and repetitive and just makes it nice and simple to execute with a single method. Very simple, but very effective.
Yeah. And their position. Do I really want to do this? I don't know. Or do I want to just have a second one?
Well, it allows for the sprite itself to know which position it is in.
I'm going backwards. Sorry. I'm changing it up. I'm going to say spell suffix. I think you'll like it when I get done.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, really? That's where you're going with now, Mark? I think you'll like it when I'm done. All right, load spell. And then we're going to create, and let's rename this so it's lowercase. Not sure what I was thinking there. Let's duplicate that, and we're going to say load.
Here's a question: Are all
Spell.
are all spells and all weapon, whatever the second one's going to be, are they all going to be wind-ups?
Yes. All
So
spell,
the
we're only
wind-up
doing
could-
wind-ups today.
Right. So the wind-up, rather than passing it in the method, you could have it be a fact of the dragon game. So wind-ups for the dragon front game naturally put the word front in there. So have it as like a field.
Yes. I love it. I like it even better now that you're suggesting that. So layer suffix string is equal to, I guess, I don't know, like that for now.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to, in our initialization, we're going to have to set that. But I like it. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay. And so this is going to be the layer suffix. Good. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Means you don't need a low front spell at all.
Yeah, and that's why you're smarter than me. And I'm a big
That's a hard. Nah, I'm not having that.
I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. Okay, also tab to next reference is not working there. Really, I got to report this again. Let's do it. Here we go, kids. CodeRushed issue, tab to next reference. Devs are going to love this. Like, why do you keep sending us your log files every single time? Tab next reference not working.
Just in
here.
case I have uploaded my machine.
And I'm including all devs on this. All devs. And no, here we go. Boom. Here's the issue, kids. I'm on Dragon Game right here. I've got Dragon Front Game. This class right here. It extends Dragon Game. But when I'm here and I hit the tab key, nothing happens. I'm in windup TS. Is it because I haven't refreshed? I wonder if that's related to it. I wonder. Let's try a refresh and see if there's any change. Might as well answer the question if I ask it, right?
Sure.
And don't forget, Rory, we've got to initialize layer suffix. All right, let's try now. Tab next reference still not working. Will it work from here? It doesn't work from there either. Drill in does work. That's what we're dealing with. Source code for this, by the way, devs, is out on GitHub. I made a few changes since we started, but if you go out to this URL right there, Roy, you want to copy that URL? I'm going to paste it over in here into the chat room. But when you get the email, reply back in so they have that nice little link to get to. Okay. All right.
I have a question. With our layer suffix, and I honestly don't know what the best way to do this is. I would just ask, what do people think? We've got a field there, and you said we must remember to initialize that. But theoretically, we could make it an abstract property, couldn't we? Which would then force us to implement it.
Yeah.
But it would expose more. You know, there'd be more to it.
I like
it. Is that too clunky?
I don't know how to do it, though. Abstract. Is it just as
That's a
simple
good
as using
question.
the word abstract properties?
I don't know. I'm talking abstractly myself. I
In
presume
JS.
this exists in TypeScript.
An abstract class. One more abstract methods or property declaration. Sweet.
Nice.
Look at you, Rory. It's more and more clear that this should be called the Rory Show. That's all I'm thinking
Definitely
of.
not. That
This
way
is-
lies madness.
I don't know what happens on tomorrow when you're not here at the Rory Show. It's just me filling in for Rory.
That's all right. You'll have Will. He'll be there.
I don't see the abstract property yet.
Um,
There it is.
abstract. Just
Sweet.
the word abstract in front of it.
Yeah. All right. That's it. All right.
So I'm
cool.
guessing don't initialize that though. So don't assign the.
I think I got to
string
say
to that.
abstract class right there.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's probably my problem. There we go. Now it's happy, I think.
It's interesting that it lets you assign a value to it, because if it works the same way as other languages, I would expect derivative classes to force you to implement a value, and yet by giving it one there, you're kind of saying, well, this is a nice default.
Yeah.
So it's more virtual, I guess, than abstract.
Nice. Does not implement inherited abstract metaphor. Does that implement it mean I have to redeclare it? Or can I just do this? How we doing now? Oh, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wait.
this is where it gets a little more clunky. I think we do need to
Hold on.
declare its existence somehow.
Let's see if this works. Is that going to work? Come on. Making me sad. All right, fine. We're going to fix it. Well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. All right, so we're going to come in here, and then so instead of the constructor, we'll put it up here at the top. Boom. Now are you happy? Go away, you red line, you cursed red line. All right, Dragon.
Go away, red line, which we declared specific syntax in order that you might appear.
Shh. Quiet. All right. Excellent. Dragon back game. There's the back. Okay, cool. Now, all right, load spell. Really? Tab to next reference not working there? Come on, guys. Let's do a rename on it. Boom. Tab. Even the tab won't work. Do I really not have a call to load spell? I would feel like I was just over here in Dragon Front Scheme near Charmed. Let's go tab to next reference there. Super load spell. Okay. What's going on? Yeah. So rename gets it. Tab next reference doesn't. You want to send him another? You want to send him another link on this, Rory? What do you think?
Can do.
Visual
More
Studio Voice
evidence.
Edition. Red line can be your friend. Laughing out loud. Yes. Well, we did. Rory's right. We did make it to be our friend. All right. So there's our spell ghost right there. That means we can load up some other ones here pretty quickly and easily. Let's close that down. So we're going to say,
So does that mean that what we actually declared was an abstract field rather than an abstract property?
yeah,
That's
it
an
was.
interesting concept.
Yeah.
Not run across that one before.
Yeah. Let's go up into spell ghost. Let's add the fairy, and then what else are we doing? We're adding these effects here, and do I have any concerns about where these appear? I don't think I do. So we just need to come in and say add effect. No. We are going to do something different. Inside load spell, we are going to, let's see, where are we going to do this? We're going to use the constructor. And then we're going to say, call these spell effects, like that. Like
Look
that.
at us getting organized.
Getting organized, you said?
Yeah, it's good.
It's as if we're, you know,
Real seasoned professionals.
undefeatable is what it
The
looks like.
phrase.
It's as if we're pros. Let's try the abstract get layer suffix string. Oh, no need for the body, just abstract get layer suffix.
So Will was pointing out that we could do it as a property rather than as a field, and then was giving us repeatedly improved syntax on how that might be done.
Got it.
I guess the added bonus, of course, is if it's a property, then we can easily stick a breakpoint on it and say, whenever it's being read, and determine that that is the case, blocking on there, just, for as long as we need to.
Wait, say that again? Say that again, Rory. What'd you say?
So frequently, certainly with older versions of CodeRushed, I love the ability to switch things from a field to a property and back again. They regularly start off for me just as fields, but then as soon as I want to find out what it is that is altering something, I like to convert to a property and then put a breakpoint inside of that property, so that wherever and from wherever it's being altered, that's where it's going to break, and I can trace back
Right.
through it. Interesting.
Yeah.
facility.
Gotcha. Okay, so now we're going to add the spell effects, which means in our update screen, we want to update those. We want to draw out those spell effects. Let's go look at that where the all effects are done. It's just simply that right there. It's a draw command right there. So we're going to go do that. Draw, context, now. Okay, so there's our spell effects. We're drawing them. Okay, next we need to do add windup. Like that, and then we're going to say spell effects of I. What? I don't have a length on here? Sprite collection. What do I got in sprite collection? Hold on. I need to add a length to sprite collection. Really? Oh, because I'm only iterating it with 4 eaches, I think. Actually,
Okay.
I think what I'm looking for, though, I already have. Find. Sprites find implementation. Uses index of. Uses sprite.matches data. Oh, this is for finding a particular sprite, though. Isn't it? Yeah, I don't want the sprite. I want to find the sprites by name. Let's try this. Let's do something instead. Let's do this. Get by name. Get sprites by name. And we're just sending in the string right there. Let's do that. And that's going to be a... like that. Let's go declare it. Well, you know what I learned? That is not as good as this. Nobody told me that. I was just coding. Which means we need to change the for loop templates in CodeRushed. Let's send another issue out. Hold on. Triple equals, Coding Gorilla says triple equals is always also better than double equals. Even with comparing integers, I'm confused as to why that would be the case with comparing integers. Okay, so let's look at FRI.
Yeah, I think it's not that it's better, it's that it's never worse.
Well, it does add like an extra piece in there.
Doesn't one of them do coercion and the other doesn't? but it only does coercion if it is potentially okay to do so. And the other one never does coercion.
Roy, if you don't stop using big words, I'm going to use coercion on you, buddy. Okay?
Oh, okay, fair enough. No, I wish I had it, actually. There was a link today that I found on exactly this. And it's the fact that there are certain automatic conversions that take place in JavaScript if you let them. And part of the implementation of double equals is to allow those to happen, whereas triple equals will not allow those to happen.
All right. I'm going to need to research
Someone
more
tell
of
me
that.
if I'm right.
You're probably right. Okay, so there's the main for loop. I got a reverse for loop in here too. I'm just fixing this one. So I sent you the link, kids, dev team. I need to get you main for loop, and I need to get you one other one that I'm about to change here. Let's go back. Let's go look at the reverse iterators. I'll just look for it up here, FRI. Start drilling in. Oh, and here it is right here. There we go. Let. Okay, so that should be the changes we need. So now if I type in FRI, like that, there we go, better. Yeah, I was debugging code or something, and I was like, what? And it happened to me over the weekend. And I was like, what's going on? All right, so now I want to do get sprites by name on this. Right here, passing in name. Like that, and then I think we're at a return null right here, and I think that's the implementation of get sprites by name. So sprite collection contains a list of sprites, but also can contain optionally a whole bunch of child collections as well. I should check to see if this is not null, I suppose, like that. That's what I should do. Explaining the best JavaScript meme I have ever seen, says Rory Becker, CodeRushed.
I did not write this, I simply read it. It's quite long, but does so in very small pieces. So if you've ever wondered why specifically triple equals and double equals are A, different, and B, why one is more suitable in whichever locations, this breaks it down quite well. It talks about the various ways that data types can and cannot be coerced between each other, and why the sum total of that is you should use triple equals. So it's a breakdown of how that works.
Triple equals, Jetsam says triple equals compares by value and also type. So in other words, double equals could work if it makes a type correction, but triple equals does not make it. So it has to be the same type and the same value. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I'm feeling better about that. Thanks for the explanation. Okay, so there we've got that, and I think it's fair to also. Well, I'm not checking this anywhere else though. Am I constructing this? Yeah, I am. I'm constructing in the constructor. I don't need this check. Okay, so there's get sprites by name. Where was I using it? Where was I calling that thing from? Did I leave or drop a marker? Let's escape. Spell ghost. I think I was over in windup. There's where I was, right there. Spell effects. Sprite collection. Okay. Then we're going to say sprites.add shifted. That'll give us the hue shifting. And now our X and Y. Well, I'm going to just throw this right in the middle of the screen for now. So we're going to say 960, 540, starting frame index. Now, this is the thing that's kind of interesting. In fact, we could arguably add to this a starting angle. What is going on? Why did all this not appear? Oh, now it did. Okay, interesting. Great font, huh? Kind of. Okay, so starting angle. And what that starting angle is, because we know there's 60 frames all the way around for 360 degrees, essentially we get like 6 degrees for every frame. So whatever that angle is, we can decide our frame count. We could do that in the future. For example, let's just say starting angle. Say that's equal to a 0, like this. Then the if my math is correct, the starting frame index is going to be equal to the starting angle divided by 6, I think, and also mod 360. And I think mod in JavaScript is that, or is it one of those? Probably one of those is what it is, I think. And so then we can come down in here and say that starting index. The hue shift is whatever that's going to be. Let's go to 220. We'll shift it to blue. And saturation is 100. Brightness is going to be 100%. And that's it. That's add shifted. Let's put this in braces. Let's create a new sprite proxy so we can modify that and mess with the scale and things like that if we want to. So there's the add shifted. I think that's all we need to do to see it. That's what I think that's all we need to do. I'm going to change wind up data equal to ghost here because we're just sending test 1 or something like that. But let's do that, and let's see. That should get us on the front game. Since we're loading the spells, it should be. We should see it. And let's try it. Let's do a refresh and see what we get. If we get a spell, great, and if we don't, we're debugging. Okay. So, lightning lure, chaos bolt. I see nothing. I also see nothing. Let's see. Do we have any issues over here? FPS 30 is not defined. All right, let's go find FPS 30. Take him out of there, bring him over here. More discussion Rory's got there. Which equals operator should be using JavaScript comparisons?
It's a very long read, just for anybody who is interested. There's a few different points of view in there, discussing which one is faster, which one is more efficient, that kind of stuff. Worth reading if you're remotely interested in it, but if you're not, don't worry.
Yeah, great examples, Coding Gorilla and Jetsam. Thanks for the help. Great value you guys are adding out there. Thanks for that. I think I'm going to change these to read only. Okay, and so now we've got those frame rates there. Let's try refreshing again.
Set property frame index of undefined. D&D clock is apparently undefined.
Do we have a problem earlier that kept D&D clock? This. Wait. Oh, I know why. Got it. I have to say this dot to make it work. Can I do this, just make them constants up here? Will that solve it? I really hate how it switches away from console. That looks like it got better. Okay.
Yeah.
try to trigger it again. Nice! Look at that!
There we go. Very nice.
Halfway.
Success.
Halfway done. Well, not really halfway done. That's half of it. Super cool. Is that going to look good?
It is going to look very nice indeed.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch this game to watch the show just to watch all the effects live and
yeah.
working, right?
Well, it just piles on the list of excuses to watch, really, doesn't it?
Wait, Jonathan Del Frossy's saying slow clap. Slow? That's not sarcastic, is it? Jetson says it was.
No. That's the stand-up and, everybody applauds. Very good.
Getting closer. Let's keep going. All right, what's going on over here? Cannot redeclare a block scope variable FPS. Where's the others? It's going to be in Dragon Back Game, I bet. Did I put them here? Where did I put them? No. Dragon Front Game, I don't think they're here anymore. All right, do I have to really search through everything to find them? I guess I do.
With the word const on the front, maybe you'll find only very few items.
Rory, you're making so much money today and being so awesome.
Well,
All right.
let's see if it works first. Okay, that's not too bad. Wind-ups and in Dice Layer.
Yeah, though Dice Layer doesn't use windups, though. Now I got to move the constant somewhere else. Means I got to create a new file.
Is there something they already both depend on at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the problem. Oh, wow. I'm just feel like I'm just dead in the water with this error. All right, let's get something they can both depend on. Let's grab all of these.
I'm struggling to think of anything other than globals.ts.
Yeah.
Animation.ts perhaps, because frames per second at least is an animation concept.
Yeah, no, I was going to say animation constants or something like that.
Because normally we're so hardwired to avoid anything that's global, right? Because you just, it's open for abuse everywhere.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is okay.
Yeah. Well, our problem is we got. Look at what I did here. Isn't this interesting, Rory? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a second. Come in. Listo? Okay. Gracias. All right. That's our air conditioning guys. Just gone through and fixed everything in the house. All right. So I'm going to do.
That's an important job.
Yeah.
That really is.
The dice layer is screwed until I find another place to move this. Okay, I got to move this. The problem is it going to let me do this while I'm debugging? I don't think it's going to. So the dice is out here. We got to put it down in the main game engine, right down here. We could throw it in part. Ha! We're geniuses, Rory.
Okay.
It's so funny to watch us do this. Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? We're geniuses! We got it to work. What's the problem? So, sorry, Will, I didn't explain that. We just had, we had constants we had to put in one place. It was not a big problem. It was just a problem that required, I was running up against,
We reinvented those particular constants in 2 locations.
Yeah, pay no attention to our problem. It's just look at the pretty animation.
Look at the shiny stuff.
Look at the shiny. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's get the front piece going here. So that means, what do we do on the other side? I think the other side was pretty. Wait, is this front? Hold on. That is front. We need the back. So in front, all we did. Where's Charmed? I think that's all we did. That's all we did.
Wow.
Okay, so we are going to now need to do the same thing in our back game right over here, where we're loading stuff up. Do I have any sprites in the Dragon Back game? I don't.
I was sound effect there.
I don't. All right. So, but I still think we're okay. I think it's as simple as.
It should just be that again, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
It's
this
just,
version will know that it's. Are we on the? No, we'll be on the back now, aren't we? The back game.
yeah,
And it will know that.
yeah. It should be this. Let's go make sure. Yep, got them in the right types. Good. Layer suffix is back. I feel like that is all I need to do. Let's refresh.
That feels like it's gonna work.
Isn't that crazy if it does? That means we're geniuses, Rory.
Oh yeah.
We're geniuses. All
I'll be
right.
claiming that for the present time at least.
All right, let's do this. KS bolt boom. No, we're not apparently geniuses.
Oh.
Come on. That should have totally done it. What is missing? I think I want to do a breakpoint. That's kind of what I want to do.
Was it just that the resources had not loaded yet?
No, I don't think so, because we would have seen some flickering. Yeah. So there's something else that we need to do here. Initialize. We call in super an update screen. We are.
We did refresh, right?
Yeah, I refreshed. I'm going to do again to get the breakpoint. See what happens. Oh, duh. Duh.
We're looking at only the front game.
We're looking at only the front game. So that's the front overlay. The other one is is just the main index. It's just this guy right here. Whoops, not that guy. Hold on. Come on. Pause and debugger, really? Let's see that. This is the back layer. There, we're actually paused. Okay. All right. We're not geniuses. We're screaming we're geniuses, but we're not. Here it comes. No, not working. I just hit it.
There's a fine line between genius and just shouting at the wind.
Ooh, the dragon, the assets folder is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we need to fix that. We need to change this, do something here. And this is going to be like Dragon H, I think. Like that. And let's look at...
Hang on a second, Mark. Tab back to where you just were, because I think the line's been executed just 3 or 4 lines down anyway.
oh, no, it was... No, hold on. That's what I'm looking like. I need that line of code there. The
You
one
had
that
a line really like that. If you go down... Oh, there's the drone game.
Yeah.
So you're just 60...
That's because of the Gravity Games connection here, so it's got Gravity.
Right, so we set the folder, then we execute, or we load some assets, then we choose another folder, and we go, okay, that's fine.
This should do it. If this does it, Roy, we are geniuses. Here we go.
Come up
Isn't
and
genius
twirl
just
and
not
twirl.
losing the argument to yourself? That never happens. Okay, here I'm clicking KS Bolt. Ha! There's the back. All right, you want to see them together, Rory?
Go on then.
All right, here we go. So we're going to come into the main stream. I'm going to take the front overlay, refresh it. There. Then I'm going to take the scroll back and refresh it. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on, whoops. Scroll overlay is there. Do I really not have it on this view? Getting closer doesn't have... I'm not seeing the other one that's on here. Interesting. Let's go back to the main view. All right, there we go. Oh, wait, sorry. Scroll overlay is the one I was looking for. I'm not sure if that was on the other page or not. And I'm hitting refresh on that. So now I've refreshed both of those. All right, and now I'm going to go trigger KS Bolt again. Let's get this off the screens. All right, and you know what I want to do too is I kind of want to put it right around me is what I want to do. So let's kind of figure that out, where those coordinates are, so that when we see it for the first time, it's actually spinning around me, because it'll be way cooler if that's the case than if we see it and then move it. Because if we see it and move it, we'll be like, yeah, okay. But if it spins for the first time,
There.
We'll be geniuses. All right, so let's resize that and figure it out. It is right about there, which is 1062,934 is where I want that to appear. So 1062, 934, is that what I said, Rory? Feel good to you?
I have no idea.
Rory has no idea. Let's switch.
Immediately
let's-
own up to not knowing.
Let's do hue shift to 300 instead. It's going to get us more in the purple range. And the only problem is once we get it, we have no way to clear it. So we'll have to add some code to clear it and then refresh again.
Okay.
But, okay, so here we go. Let's go refresh in the stream with those changes. Scroll overlay, refreshing, and the drag in front overlay, refreshing. Here you go, folks. We're about to make history. Are Rory and Mark actually competent, or are they not? Everything is on the line, people.
Oh dear.
We will both get fired immediately if this does not work. Everything is on the line. My comeuppance is about to be gotten when I click on this Chaos Bolt button right over here. Let's click on it and see what happens. Boom. Oh, wait, the back.
So,
Why is the back not drawn? Partial comeuppance. Half. Well, only one of us is going to have to get fired today, unfortunately, Rory. All right, why didn't that work? Why doesn't the
are you on the
back-
right view that has both elements?
Oh, wait, scroll overlay's turned off. Scroll overlay was turned off on this page.
Code was perfect.
The code was perfect.
It was okay.
Let's do it again. Let's refresh the front overlay again.
Purely a configuration issue.
Purely, okay, scroll overlay, I need to refresh it because I did refresh it, but it was off. All right, one more time, off on this layer. Okay, are we ready, kids? One more time. This is it, the music is perfect. Oh, wait, hold on. I just got to move
the layers in.
the
Maybe
layers
not
in the
right
wrong level.
There we go.
Boom! Look at that, kids. Look at that.
So we've taken some ghost animations, some fairy dust, and we've made a genius locator.
Uh-oh, we got a problem, though. Look at our frame rate. Oh, come on. Come on. Hold on a second.
Okay, that's a little strange.
Do we have it's like we have a different frame rate for the two of them. Oh, now I'm just sad. This should not work. They should both run at the exact same frame rate. We may be running into a bug in let's do it again. Let's watch it one more time. They have the same number of frames. What's going on with that? All right, one more time. Boom. Totally fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we switched to another page where it's in front.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There we go. Fix it.
It still looks good though. Was there maybe just a small lag issue that
happened?
delayed one of them?
Yeah, maybe. Which indicates this can't go forever. Maybe it's an effect that only can run for a while. It's looking pretty good now.
Yeah.
I want to move it over to bed. Did I get the wrong position in here? Let's make this
Wrong is such a harsh phrase.
Is it starting to get out of sync now? Yeah, there it goes. Now it's
yeah.
starting to get out of sync. Wow.
But that took a lot longer to do that.
Yeah, I know. Not exactly comforting. All right, let's refresh both of these. One more. Send it out. It is a super cool effect, though. Why aren't we in sync?
There we go. That's looking better.
Now it's out of sync already. I can see it. Yeah, it's out of sync. So one is running consistently faster or slower than the other. All right, we got to go look at our timing code and see if it's our fault. Wow. What happens if I add another one to it? Here comes the second one. Well, let's get these synced up again, and I'll add another one to it. just as it gets over on the left. I did not anticipate a synchronization issue. All right, we're going to have to refresh it. Hold on. We'll refresh them both because it's going to take too long to get there. Oh. Refresh. Wow, this is not a problem I want to have. Wait, what? It's not working. The scroll overlay? I thought I hit refresh on you.
Only the one behind is there.
There we go. Now I just refreshed it. All right. Let's do one more time. We're going to see watch 2 go out. So 1, 2. Whoops. Do it again. 2. Yeah, look at that. 3.
It's interesting. It's one of them bursts through the field of glitter left by the other one.
Yeah. Yeah. Which reminds me, speaking of which, we have to add these in the reverse order on the other side. The back layer's got to add in the reverse order of the front layer in order for when we have multiples of these combined together. So yeah, it only works for a short time. We're going to have to absolutely guarantee that we are drawing frames when we're expecting to. And I thought we were. I thought the work that Will Bennett had done solved that for us. But maybe not. We need to take a closer look. So I'm bummed because I'm like, I thought we were going to be here and be able to move forward. No problem, because we haven't really seen it.
This is definitely moved forward. It's just not quite as forward as you were hoping for.
Yeah. Let's change to Fairy and look at Fairy. We'll do that. And while we're doing a little bit of stuff here, let's go in and load spells. Still can't do tap to next reference from there. I want to. Let's grab a couple more here. Let's grab Plasma. I like this song.
Music today has been pretty good.
And Smoke. Like that. And let's declare these. Smoke. All right, and we need these two as well over in I'm just wondering, does it make sense to put these here in windups? Yeah, well, maybe. Because the initialization code would be in one place. I'm starting to think it makes sense to put them there. That's what I'm thinking. So take a look at this. It's code like, hold on. Okay.
Copperbiddy's saying goodbye. He's heading off to sort some stuff out. Thank you, Copperbiddy, for joining us.
Thanks, buddy. All right, so this load spell all the way down is good. And that's all I need there. Let's go to front game. Let's get rid of these.
Yeah, I like this. This is a good plan.
It's better, I think. And then now we have them all in one place. And now we can,
So the initialization and the execution essentially is in the same place. We pretty much at the level of Shift Enter to duplicate a single line of code, and then just choose to use it, and you're done.
yeah. Yeah. Let's do this. Well, yeah, I'm slightly distracted by the other. Well, let's do those at least. We'll check the, we'll do ferry next. No, let's not do this. Let's do this instead. And we'll make the changes. We'll only have to refresh once here. Scroll overlay, drag in front overlay. Just refresh those on the stream. Let's go set a breakpoint. Right here. Set a breakpoint there, I guess. I was going to fill some information out. I don't have a great way to do this without stopping all the time, but all right, we'll do it this way. So change my breakpoint to here. Let's run and switch to Chaos Bolt, and then wind up name. Set it to ferry from here. And I'm going to comment this out for now, and we'll run that instead. All right, so if we do that, well, did we lose? Nothing's coming across.
Nothing obvious, no.
Let's refresh this. Oh, I didn't, maybe, did I refresh it on this side? Maybe I failed to do that. Let's double check that. I thought I did, but we'll do it just in case. All right, there's a refresh. Not seeing it in either place. Do I need to initialize player data?
I was expecting a big puff of smoke to appear above the clock when I heard that sound, and I did not see that on the stream.
Oh, maybe we've got a problem. Hold on, we're debugging here. Okay.
Merkin Bushwhacker.
Okay, I'm clicking it, nothing's happening. What do we got in the console? Ah,
Few bits.
same problem before. Okay, so let's go grab that code that we need for the that's what we need right there. Okay, should have figured that out. Let's refresh the stream again. All right, let's get rid of that disturbing image, and let's try it now. Initialize data.
It's more, I did not see the smoke. Usually accompanies the clock reset.
Oh, we maybe still have a problem then. Okay,
However, that was a fairy
I got the back,
back.
but not the front.
Are both present on this view?
Let's see, Dragon Front overlay is on. Has it not been So refresh again.
Both
I think
Dragon
you're-
Front Great Man and the back game calling the initialize.
I think you're totally right about that smoke coming up there. Let's go find out what's going on with that. I think there's a problem in that. That might be true. It's not calling initialize. I think you're totally right on that, Rory. Why do we have errors this time?
There's a space there in the path. Assets / space fairy back 0. Is that going to cause us an issue?
It's in the wrong place. It doesn't have a subfolder on it. The folder hasn't been set. But what's weird is we're like setting it right here. Is initialize not being called?
HTML image is in the broken state. There's an interesting error.
Yep, not working. First problem is here. Dragon H player effects. Oh, we're missing a slash here. Is that my problem?
It's there in the initialize. Although,
Yeah,
now
that's
here's
there.
interesting. My test close is not working anymore. Are we on a breakpoint possibly? Oh no, it is working now. It didn't work a minute ago, but it's fine now. You've got an initialize. You're setting the assets. Is there any setting that?
Just need a breakpoint here. I don't get it.
Is it that the assets variable is not used in the construction of the load spell and the sprites within it?
Should
and
be.
thus we're setting it, but it's not used till later on?
Should be. Base animation name. We create, at this point, we create a new part, and that saves the file name for later use. And it just stores it.
Okay.
Wait. New part. Here. This is a constructor for part. It saves the folder right there so that you can use it later.
Can't quite see what that is with Copperbeardy's. What's the value being assigned? Folder.ss. So yeah, it should just reach out and grab what it is at that time. That's fine. We're not doing any of this in a for each of some kind. So I don't know.
Just cleared the screen off there.
Should be able to look inside a given part and then determine that it indeed has the correct values. But it's hard to see why it wouldn't.
Do you guys know what a duck raccoon is? No.
Nope.
I don't either.
Duck-billed platypus might look like a cross between those two. Extinct now, I believe.
Let me just move this off the side and see what's going on here. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
little easier to read. Yeah, Dragon
you're
Age.
right, the Dragon Age player effect is being combined together without that slash. Are there other places where Dragon H exists that maybe is overriding what we're expecting? Asset folder, which... can we find all assignments to asset folder using the references?
Well, it's just here. You're talking about this right here.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I mean, technically, we want to find all usages of the phrase Dragon H, perhaps, because one of them somewhere apparently doesn't have a trailing slash.
All right. I'm in disbelief that that's our likely case.
It feels a little unlikely, doesn't it?
Folder assets, yeah, those are all assigned right there. So folder assets are all assigned there, and they appear to be assigned correctly.
I mean, the only other potential is that something somewhere is removing the forward slash.
I'm not
That is
seeing that
all-
either. That's not happening. Nobody else is touching this. It's kind of like I want to say, look, hey, if asset folder dot ends with
Or does not end with forward slash, then
Slash.
put one on anyway.
yeah, check out Copper Beardy's made me a butterfly or something like that out in the chat room.
Millerfly.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
That's nice.
Znow Morden OV Znow Murdenov says KLHU. That took me a long time to get that name. All right. Yeah, that's like crazy stunning to me. What could possibly be doing this?
Hang on, there's a phrase there, literally in the line above. It says normalizing CodeRushed Hub 2. Oh no, hang on, maybe that's not the same. It's a disconnected fact. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. It wouldn't be nice if that was it. All right, so let's. All right. Does not end with that. Then let's enter the debugger. Okay. Try
Sure.
refreshing one more time. Like, what is happening? I don't even get this. We're not having a length limitation, are we? That
No.
didn't make sense. Oh, wait, hold
Should
on.
be a way.
Wait, we're getting these errors before we even get to our initialize?
No, the timestamp on that was 36 minutes past the hour. That's the. Oh, hang on, the 53. Sorry, that's seconds. 17. Trying to read that timestamp. Is that recent or is that just cumulative from before?
I don't know, I thought when I refreshed. Hold on, let's run it again. Okay, different error messages. What is this? I don't even. This is my error I'm sending out.
It's from nowhere.
This also might be related to why the back fireball isn't working or loading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, let's try something like this.
Kills me to say it, Mark, because I really want to see where this is going, but I am already about 15 minutes over.
You don't love me. That's pretty much what we can conclude.
Well, you see, here's the thing, Mark. When it comes to a choice between you and my wife,
Oh, she's
Yeah.
right there in front of you, isn't she? Okay, I get
well,
it. I get it. You can say that now. Woodwick says, Mark can't even. Yeah, I can't even pronounce that name. I can't even. Buddy, thank you so much. We're going to see you on
That's all right,
Tuesday, right?
that's
Is that
right.
right? Everybody
Be back
say
on Tuesday.
thank you to Rory. Because he's awesome.
Absolute pleasure.
All right, buddy. Say hi to your wife for me. Tell her thank you.
See you soon, mate. Bye-bye.
Image is not loaded. Let's see what's going on with Fireball. Okay, so that didn't fix it, right? Refreshing that did not fix in the front overlay. Am I in the front overlay? So why isn't the Fireball loading? Let's try. Let's try just doing this. Maybe just commenting this whole piece out. And just see what happens. Does it load? Is that what's stopping it? No, no change. That's good. All right. So the fireballs are not getting loaded. What about... see what's changed. Yeah, nothing of consequence here in Dragon front back game. Dragon front game. Yeah. Really, nothing has changed. Just want to make sure the first error we see, yeah, there's no error. It's just this self-reported error that we're sending out. What's going on back here? That one is fine, no errors. Yeah, it's trying to draw the fireball, and none of the images are loaded in the fireball. Oh, is it because I failed to do this? I have a feeling this could help. got some smoke coming up there. Okay, that was that. All right. So let's come back over here, drag in front overlay. Refresh that cache. Scroll overlay. Refresh that cache. And let's send a signal out.
Working.
There we go. And there we go. We can see already the synchronization problem. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what I can do about figuring out the synchronization problem. Maybe take a little bit of a look at that now. Review the code and see what's going on there. Wow. Not the problem I wanted to have with this. Okay. I think advanced frame is where we need to be to check this out, to make sure that this is all synchronized. So this doesn't look great to me right here. Hold on. The milliseconds pass is less than frame interval. It looks like we're only going to advance the frame once. I think this could be where the problem is, the synchronization problem. I think we might need something like I have a feeling we'll never hit this when we're debugging. But we might be able to. All right, let's do this. Okay. Where else? Anywhere else we're calling that? Just from these two places. So num frames to advance. So my theory is that more time is passing than the actual frame interval is. Another way to test is to change the frame interval, drop it to half of what it is, and see if it never gets out. So let's try that. We're going to. And then inside advanced frame, we have to do something with that. See if that works. All right, I'm going to refresh the stream. Looks like an error on the back stream. Or maybe not. At a breakpoint. Look at that. Holy cow.
Merkin.
Okay, we gotta stop that. It's gonna mess us up. Let's refresh one more time. Nope, looks like it's already out of sync still. I don't think that helped it. This is because of the single-threaded nature of JavaScript. If you have two animations playing at the same time and they require frame advance at the same time, you can only advance one frame of one animation. Ask Coding Gorilla. I don't think that's it. I don't. I think because I think we have the ability to precisely keep track of time in our animation engine. I just think we have to look really closely at it and make sure that we are absolutely showing the right frame every single time based on the amount of time that has passed. Now, we are using somewhere in here, whatever, the now that's coming in here is coming from draw cropped. That now is coming from draw highlighting, which is coming from render. And render is coming from this render. Which is, wait, am I in a freaking circle here? It's like I'm not hitting all of these. Let's do this instead. Let's go to is it possible we're setting two different timestamps? All right, I think I'm going to have to think about this and look at this and think about this and look at this and think about this. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I've got some really unusual behavior. I think there's one more thing I can try before we, let's keep going. And I can change my frame rate from this to 15 and just see what happens. If we slow it down, okay. Refresh both of those. Sending it out. It looks like already it's out of sync. Yeah, out of sync already. All right. Yeah, so there's something very unusual going on, and it requires more investigation to figure out what's happening with it. So we'll probably be looking at that tomorrow, getting the synchronization working, because that is crucial. The effect just dies if it gets out of sync. So we got to figure that out. Let's figure out some place to send you. Folks out there, by the way, if you want a copy of CodeRushed and you don't have one, it's an add-in for Visual Studio. Let me know right now in the chat room while we find one of the folks we're following, other folks on the live Coder stream. Looks like I'm going to send you over to InstaFluff. Wait, actually, hold on one sec. I just want to see Nick Larson, because I don't think I've sent folks over to Nick Larson yet. I'm watching a commercial. I'll wait until that clears and see what he's doing. All right, looks like he's over in VS Code. Let's send you over to Nick Larson. We'll do that. Everybody say hi to him. Here we go. There's a problem starting the raid. Try again in a minute, but then it looks like they're ready to go. All right, kids, thanks so much, everybody, for your help, for hanging out with us. We will try to figure out this synchronization problem tomorrow. I really need to get this fixed. Otherwise, all of these effects are gone, and we won't be able to do it. So let's hope we can figure out that synchronization. Thanks, Will. Thanks, WorldWake. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. Thanks, Jetsam, Jonathan Delfrase. Thank you so much. We will see you guys tomorrow.